Hello, everybody. Breaking news today that my favorite player, Roberto Alomar, has been banned from Major League Baseball and been placed on the ineligible list over the 2014 sexual misconduct allegation. Okay, this is bullshit for several reasons that I'm going to go over, and he should be reinstated immediately because this, if you really look at it, what they're saying is an unnamed source that worked in Major League Baseball has given a misconduct allegation while Roberto Alomar had worked within the Major League offices of the Toronto Blue Jays, I'm guessing at that time in 2014. This was then reviewed by an independent law investigation that Commissioner Rob Manfred requested when it was brought to his desk recently. And then they just recently came down with this wonderful verdict, and then all hell broke loose on the punishment. Let's go over the punishment for a real quick second. He, number one, is banned from baseball. So basically, he's Pete Rosed from baseball for the time being. He can't go into a park. He can't have anything to do with baseball whatsoever. He also, to make matters even worse, has to have his banner taken down from the Toronto Blue Jays Rogers Center. He's going to have his name stripped from the level of excellence. And basically, the Blue Jays are going to treat him like he never existed. Today, I'm embarrassed to be a Toronto Blue Jays fan because of all this, everything Roberto Alomar has done for them throughout the years. He has been a special assistant to them after he retired. He has also worked with many child groups. He has worked with underprivileged children for camps. He has worked with organizations in Puerto Rico. He has tournaments. He has a lot of different things that he does for the community. And for the Toronto Blue Jays to turn their back on their best player that they had in history and make it so that he didn't exist, shame on them and shame on the management of the Blue Jays and the president of the Blue Jays, Mark Shapiro. I'm embarrassed to be a fan of all of them today. I am a Toronto Blue Jays fan. I will still continue to be a Toronto Blue Jays fan, but I will also, Roberto Alomar will always be my favorite baseball player. I have met him several times, and he has been nothing but a gentleman to me and everybody I have introduced him to. So this is an allegation. And unfortunately, in today's woke age, in allegations, you are guilty until proven innocent. Roberto Alomar has not had really any chance to prove his innocence yet in the public forum. So for Major League Baseball to come down with this verdict, and then for the Toronto Blue Jays to make sure that he truly never existed based on the verdict so quickly without there's no trial, there's no case, there's no lawsuit yet, which I've heard is going to be filed, but has not even come to the table yet. So to rush to judgment, and we don't even know, when you go down further in the article, I love how they say, Major League Baseball did not disclose further details about this incident. So you don't know anything. You don't know what was alleged. You don't know what was claimed, and you don't know what allegedly he did in this instance. Okay? Now, if he is proven guilty in a court of law and they go through all of the steps, then you would be subjected to what other people are subjected to in society, which is you lose your job, which in this case, he had a job with Major League Baseball, and Rob Manfred recently had asked him to be an ambassador to Puerto Rico to expand the program there. And now he comes in and fires his ass and then has the Blue Jays basically tell him that they've never existed based on what they're taking down from him. The only good thing about this is that the Hall of Fame is not connected to Major League Baseball. It's not a direct part of Major League Baseball. So they have their own mind and their own president. And their president basically said, because it is an independent part of baseball, they are not getting involved. His plaque and enshrinement will stand in the Hall of Fame, as it should. There are many players in Major League Baseball that are in the Hall of Fame that have questionable home lives when it comes to outside of baseball. That has nothing to do with baseball. Your baseball career is totally separate from your home life or your personal life. So in this instance, people may say, well, this incident happened during Major League Baseball offices. Well, that's true, and it's proven true. Then he would lose his job in Major League Baseball. It still doesn't mean he should be taken down from the rafters of the level of excellence and his banner from the Hall of Fame. Again, separate entity from Major League Baseball, and the level of excellence had something to do with level of excellence, to my knowledge, has everything to do with what he did on the field for the Toronto Blue Jays, not what he did off the field for the Toronto Blue Jays. It wasn't how good of a person you were with the level of excellence. It's how good of a player you were when you played for the Toronto Blue Jays. Secondly, if you're going to treat him like Pete Rose, okay, and ban him from baseball, which Pete Rose shouldn't be banned at this point either, how come other players, such as, I don't know, Wally Backman and Lenny Dykstra, weren't banned from baseball for all their wonderful incidentals outside of the game, when everything from drug use to jail to battering women to everything else that they've been accused of, and yet they still remain in Major League Baseball. They're not banned like Roberto Alomar is. I find this totally hypocritical and just another example of the woke culture that we live in today, where if, God forbid, you're accused, you're guilty. You want to really screw with somebody and ruin their life? Just accuse them of something. You don't have to have evidence. You don't have to have anything. Just the public opinion alone will get you either a payoff or it'll get you their reputation ruined. So you've really proceeded to your goal, which is just wonderful. I mean, Roberto Alomar gets his life wrecked in one day, but it's okay because Governor Cuomo of New York can have 12 allegations from 12 different women that are probably all true, and yet still he gets to keep his job. I don't see him getting fired, which is kind of ironic, don't you think? Because that's the woke culture in itself. So, to summarize, Roberto Alomar gets screwed because of an allegation which we have no evidence of. All of these articles that I'm reading over here have no evidence of anything. MLB is not disclosing further details about this allegation, which is also something that Manfred has that we won't release. So why wouldn't Alomar tweet out, "I'm disappointed, surprised, and upset," and he looks forward to discussing this in a public forum? Well, why wouldn't you be? Because there's no way you can, I don't even know if you can talk about it if it's been done by a legal law firm, investigation through the commissioner's office, and he's able to even talk about it with anybody. So for me and the thousands of other Roberto Alomar fans and Blue Jays fans who are upset over this verdict, stay tuned. I'm sure there will be a lot more coming out. I will try to bring it to you as it does, and I hope his name is cleared down the road. Again, if he did something wrong, then he'll pay the price. And you know what? I'm not perfect. He's not perfect. Nobody's perfect in life. If he made a mistake, he should own up to it. But in life, you're given second chances. It's amazing how all these other wonderful people are given second chances. But yet, now we're going with a no-tolerance policy. If you did something 7 years ago and are found guilty of something, then all of a sudden you're banned from baseball? I could name you hundreds of people that have done worse things and aren't banned from baseball. There's only a select few that are banned from baseball. So is this harsh? Yes. Is this unwarranted? Yes. Is this unnecessary? Yes. Especially when you don't have the facts, you don't have the details, and you don't have any information about this so-and-so called incident, and you don't even have a name, which of course you never do with these wonderful allegations. And I'm just disgusted to be a Blue Jays fan today. And hopefully it will change down the road for both me, Roberto Alomar, the rest of his fans, and the Blue Jay fan base. Thanks, guys, for sticking with me, and hopefully we'll get your feedback on this shortly.